Hi, this is Gian Roberts, and today I'm going to make a video about how you can retire in your 20s. Now, you can retire at any point in your life, but we're going to start out with your 20s. You can retire in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so forth. All right? So, if it's your first time here, please go and get a free copy of my book at retireyounger.us/call. All right, go ahead and do that. Sorry, I had you on delay. So, if you're in your 20s, now stick around for if you're watching this live, please comment live below. If you're watching this on the replay, please comment replay below. I really appreciate it, and also like and share this video with your friends and family. All right, so you're in your 20s, right? And you're thinking about, do I really want to work for the next 40 years of my life, right? I really want to work for the next 40 years of my life to end up at age 65 with a nest egg of money that I might have or might not have, right? That plan hasn't worked for many, many years. I don't think it's ever worked, right? And so what I'm going to give in this video is an action plan that you can follow in order to retire in the next 3 to 5 years. Now, it's going to start by going and get a digital copy of my book and reading through that, and also scheduling a call with myself where I can give you this action plan. Also, on that call, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a website where you can actually, start making about $2,500 a week at this particular website. So whether you are just starting out, or you're already started in your career, or you just graduated college, this video is for you. And so please allow me just a few minutes of your time. And again, I really want you to schedule a call with me. And again, I'm not selling anything, and I'm not going to sell you anything on the phone call either. This is totally free information. And so let's consider our options, okay? So I was a high school teacher for a long time, and I talked to a lot of students, and they told me about their plans for the future, and they always didn't quite make sense, right? And so I'm going to give you a plan that actually makes sense, and it's proven to work. And that was the one thing that they've always like, can you prove it? Can you prove what you're saying is true? And I'm going to give you proof in just a second that this is actually going to work for you. Now, when I was 20 years old, I wanted to retire by age 30. It never happened for me, but here's why it never happened. Because I was always, first of all, I believed all those people out there that said, oh, if you do this, you're going to make a lot of money and you're going to be able to retire in your 30s, by the time you're 30. And so I joined these organizations, and multi-level marketing programs and things like that. And I went out and recruited and tried to get my friends involved, and I did affiliate marketing online, and I thought that was going to make me millions, and it never ended up happening. Because what happens is those type of programs, they end up dying at some point, right? Those companies that I was involved with back in my 20s no longer exist. They're gone, right? And because that's just the nature of those type of businesses. They make a little bit of money up front, and then they disappear, right? I had one company that I was working for. It was an infomercial company, right? And they would run the infomercials, and then I would be able to answer the phone and take the orders, and I would make a percentage of whatever they ordered over the phone. So the leads, I paid for my leads, and then I'd answer the phone and make a commission. That company got sued by the FTC or FCC, and overnight it disappeared, right? The phone number was gone, the website was gone, the company was gone, just disappeared. Those type of things happen. So who can you count on? The only person that you can really count on is yourself. And so I'm going to show you how you can invest in yourself and how you can develop a cash flow income that's going to surpass your active income. And so let's get on to the slides and talk about that. All right, so what Retire Younger, why I titled my book this, Retire Younger, is inside contains a cash flow system that you can apply in which you're going to generate a passive income. This is income that you don't have to put any effort or time into, that's going to replace your active income. So whether you're working a job now or whatever, and it's not going to take a lot of upfront capital in order to start this cash flow process. Okay, so when your passive income replaces your active income. All right, that's what I mean by retirement. So that day is what I call Retire Younger. All right, so when you retire, you're going to have the time freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whomever you want. All right, without any worry. That's the key. The worry part is like where you're going to get the income to pay your bills. Warren Buffett is like a billionaire, right? And if you took all Warren Buffett's money that he has in his bank account right now and just took it and like gave it away, and Warren Buffett would not be worried, because why? Why wouldn't he be worried? Because he has passive cash flow that comes in every month that pays off all his bills, all right? So he wouldn't be worried. He knows that he's got all this money coming in every month that he doesn't actively have to go out and get because he's invested, all right? And so we have to change your mindset from being an employee or going out and working for a job just to make, the average income is $44,000 a year. That's the average income in the United States, $44,000 a year. So if you took 10% of that, saved it, and put it towards retirement, you'd end up with about $180,000 for retirement, right, at age 65. Plus you have to wait, 40 years to spend that money, right? And when you spend that money, now you got $180,000. You're going to live about 20 years in retirement. And so now divide 20 into $180,000, and you're living at poverty, okay? And that's not the way that you want to live. That's not the lifestyle that you wanted to design, because you haven't really thought about it. You haven't thought about all the steps that it's going to take in order for you to get to retirement. So why not retire in the next 3 to 5 years? And that's what I'm going to show you next on the next slide, okay? All right, so these three men, what do they all have in common? Well, they all retired in their 20s, okay? These are real-life examples of people that have actually done it. You can go to their websites. You can go to brianelwood.net. You can go to chriscrone.com, or you can go to danlocke.com and see their real-life story about how they were able to go from poverty to living paycheck to paycheck to actually being retired, okay, when their passive income replaced their active income. So all three of these are also my mentors and people that I have gleaned information from, and that I have put information about their systems in this book here. So go ahead and get this book, and also schedule a call with me, because I'm going to give you an action plan so that you can retire in the next 3 to 5 years. So depending on where you are in that timeline depends on what actions you need to take. So it's going to be customized especially for you, but I won't know until I talk to you on the phone. And again, this is totally free. I'm not there's nothing to buy, okay? So I know there's a lot of fear about schedule a call with me. That's fine. Just schedule a call with me. If I can't help you, I can't help you, but at least I'll give you a roadmap that you can implement and make it happen. Okay. All right. So Brian Elwood, he retired in his 30s. At age 30. He just had a birthday the other day. He turned 35. Chris Crone retired at age 26, and Dan Locke obviously retired at age 26 as well. Now, all three of these men, started out, they didn't start out wealthy. They started out just living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make ends meet. But they had a burning desire, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next slide. All right, so the first step on your road to retiring in the next 3 to 5 years is to make that your goal, is to write the reason why that is so important to you. So the first step is to write down why that is so important to you. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you how you can write that out so that you can refer to it every single day. And what that's going to allow you to do is to burn through any obstacles that you might have. You might have negative feelings like, well, I'm too young to retire. I'm too young for people to listen to. People don't respect what I say. Those type of are just obstacles. I don't have credit, or I don't have capital to invest in anything, right? And I'm going to show you how you can overcome all those objections in the next few steps, right? When we sit down on our call, I'm going to show you step by step how you can overcome those objections, okay? So the next thing, the next phase, the next step is to build or acquire passive cash flow investments. All right. So what's a passive cash flow investment? A passive cash flow investment are royalties, right? You heard of people on YouTube making all this money because they put videos up there. Advertisers put ads over top of their videos, and they get part of those royalties, right? For advertisers being allowed to advertise on their videos, right? And so that's the whole model there. Now there's many ways you can do affiliate marketing and other types of ways to generate a passive residual income on the internet, okay? So with affiliate marketing, you want to find a product that has a monthly recurring payment, right? And so those will give you income into the future. You don't want one-offs, where you make maybe $1,000 one-off, right? You want something that's going to have a residual built into it, because you're going to make long-term cash flow that way. Now, the other types of investments are cash flow real estate, and the great thing about cash flow real estate is that you don't need any of your own money to purchase these cash flow real estate investments. You can joint venture with a capital investor and get into these deals, and I show you how to do that. You can also buy cash flowing real estate notes. So anytime a piece of real estate is purchased and the buyer does not have all cash to buy that particular piece of real estate, a mortgage note is generated. In other words, they owe monthly payments to pay off the loan that was paid towards the property. So you can buy these pieces of paper, these documents that say, hey, this person owes so much a month and they're going to be paying for the next 20 years, right? So you can buy those notes at a discount, and I show you how to do that when on our phone call at retireyounger.us/call, right? And the third way is to purchase a business. Now, this is another way that you can leverage other people's money, other people's capital, to purchase an asset that's going to be giving you cash flow for years to come. All right, so purchasing a business, you can purchase a business just like you can purchase real estate. And so a business, there's about 20 million businesses in the United States right now for sale, right? Because we have this whole generation of people that are moving into retirement. And those businesses are for sale. They've been in business for 20 years. And so they continually have a cash flow, a profit that comes in every month, and you can take advantage of those profits. So those are the three things. Now, once you start making money, then you want to automate these processes so that you can grow exponentially. All right, so you can constantly turn this money. Now, if you know Grant Cardone, he's a real estate investor and a social media guy, and he just had 20,000 people at a big arena in I think Miami, talking about his wealth building principles and things like that. But what people don't know about Grant is that he goes broke twice a year. And so he has two businesses, one that generates cash flow, and then he takes the profits, right, from that business and then puts it into real estate that doubles his cash flow. So he's doubling whatever profits he has, he's then doubling or tripling by putting that into cash flow in real estate like apartment buildings. he is then tripling his cash flow, and then he can live off that secondary cash flow, right? That passive income that he doesn't have to put any work or effort into. And that's how he's able to build his wealth. All right. And so the third step is automating and syndicating. And so, in other words, you're going to use other people's time and money, right? So how do you use other people's time and money to make investments and leverage and allow you to build a passive income for yourself? And that's the third phase that I'm going to talk about when you get on a call with me. And I'm going to show you immediately how you can make $2,500 a week simply by doing 5 hours of work each week. And I'm going to give you the website and things to go to for that, okay? And it doesn't cost anything to get involved with that either. I'm just letting you know you don't have to come out of pocket any money on our phone call. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this slide. So those 3 steps. So the first step, remember, is to set up your ideal day. This is like, okay, the day that my passive income replaces my active income. What does that day look like? Who's in my life? Where am I living? What am I thinking? What activities do I want to do on that particular day that's going to allow me to feel successful, right? And so what you want to do is you want to write this out into a letter to yourself, right? And then every single day I want you to review this letter, okay? Another thing that's helpful is to review the letter and then hop onto YouTube and type in Jim Rohn. That's R-H-O-N, I think. Jim Rohn. And listen to some of his inspirational quotes and sayings, okay? If you do this on a daily basis, you're going to start programming your mind to think differently, so that, I mean, it's all mindset. This whole concept is reprogramming your mind so that all that programming of go to school, get a good job, work for 40 years, and then retire at age 65. That programming has to be counterbalanced by this new program that we're going to put in your mind and allow you to speed up the process and retire in the next 3 to 5 years. All right, so that's step number 1, right? You're going to do this every single day. You're going to review your letter, you're going to write a letter, and then review it, and then listen to those audios from Jim Rohn. Okay? Now, in order to implement your ideal day, and that's your goal, that's the carrot on the stick, right? That's the thing, that's the ultimate goal. And that's going to be personalized towards you, so put an emotion into it and make it very important to you. And so that's the end goal. So now you got to reverse engineer to that goal, okay? And so what do you need to do on a daily basis in order to make that goal happen? That's the important part. And we call this GPS, or goal, process, and schedule. All right? So nothing's going to happen unless you put daily action into it, okay? You got to put daily action towards your goal. And again, this is not going to be a long 40-year process. It's going to be in the next 3 to 5 years, okay? You're going to reach that goal, and I give you permission to do so, okay? You have my permission. Go ahead and do it. All right, so the first thing is to set up a vision statement, all right? So you want to put a date on it. So let's say for a year from now, here's where I want to be in a year from now, and list out your income goals, your living situation, who you're involved with, right? It's like I'll tell you in the next slide what one of my goals is, okay? So you want to set that vision for 12 months, okay? Then you want to reverse those 12 months into individual months and then individual days, okay? So you want to have your monthly milestones. This is how much money that you want to shoot for it to make every month. So it could be $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 a month, $20,000, $50,000 a month, whatever your goal, but make it reachable. Okay, it has to be something that you can achieve. And so you're going to take your monthly goal and make it daily goals. So in order to make $10,000 a month, what do I have to make per day? And obviously, you can just do the math there. Or what I like to do is set a larger goal, and if I miss it, at least, I trying to stretch myself to make it a larger goal. So my daily income goal is larger than my monthly milestone goal. Okay, so that also, allows me to surpass my monthly milestone. All right, so the third stage, step number 4, it says set up monthly goals, which we did, right? So these are, you're going to list 3 goals, okay? So this is what I want to achieve this month. So every month, these goals might change. If you achieved your goals, then change your goals every month. If you're still working on those goals, then just continue those on to the next month. So you just write 3 of them. So you're going to work on three things. This is going to keep you from getting distracted and trying all these different things. You just want three goals that's going to help you reach your milestone or your vision for those 12 months. Okay, so we're reverse engineering what we're doing here, and then so then you got 3 monthly goals. You're going to set up specific steps that you're going to have to take every single day. All right, so I'm going to share with you a little bit on the next slide, but also you want to set up a call with me so I can go over those specific steps that you need to focus on every single day. Okay, and then you need to schedule those activities. Okay, so I'm going to go over that in the next slide. So here's what I want you to write out in the goal process schedule. Okay, at the very top I have the vision statement, right? And my vision statement, and you put a date on the vision statement. So December 31st, 2019, I'm going to help 100 people, right? 100 people like yourself reach their passive income goals. That's my vision for this year, okay? And then so the next step is my daily income goal. My daily income goal is $1,000 a day, and then my monthly milestone would be $10,000 a month, okay? And this is passive income, all right, not active income. And then I have my goals. I have, I think, 4 or 5 goals there, and so these are my monthly goals, right? And then I took those goals and I made little systems or processes that I need to follow on a daily basis, and so I have those listed with bullet points underneath. So set up the same thing. So that's for February, and then I'll have one for March, and so forth. And I'll review it every month. And so I need to review it today because it's the end of the month. All right, for March. Then you need to schedule, and the best thing to schedule it is called Trello. Okay, you can go to Trello and set up. It's a free account, and what you want to do is you want to set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, and then you want to put your daily goals as little tabs here. They call them cards, but you put them as little index cards, right? And then so each day you're going to click on that particular task, and let's say it's just an hour long, right? So some of these are hour long, some of these are 2 hours long. So depending on how much time you have in a day, it depends on free time, available time to do these tasks. Then you just, like I have 3 hours a day. Okay. So you're going to put those tabs in, and then you're going to each day you're going to update that particular tab. Well, I did this on Thursday, so your whole focus is to check off your list here, so that you did the task, and that you can feel comfortable that you're heading towards your goals. All right, so that's pretty much what I got to share with you today, and so I hope you see how you can set up a plan, and then set up a series of goals, and then set up a daily schedule, in order to achieve those goals, and you see how that's going to um, uh, guide you down this very straight and narrow path. That's the key. Jim Rohn talked about you know uh, you know the future self, right? Your future self. Now you could take one of two paths, right? You can take the path that everyone else takes, or you can make a little bit of change in your life. And it's not going to take a whole lot of change, but just a little bit of change that's going to take you on this little different path, the path that few others follow, and allow you to achieve tremendous success in life if you only follow this little deviation off this little path, right? That everyone's following this main road, but you're going to take this little side trail, and you're going to find riches along this path. So I hope this was helpful, and it got you started to think about retirement and how you can start building a passive income. Go ahead and go to the link retireyounger.us and get a digital copy of this book, Retire Younger. And inside you're going to find a model, this model right here, that's going to show you the cash flow model that you're going to want to implement in your life, and it's going to talk about some very key ideas that's going to allow you to make the mindset shift of being an employee mindset to being an investor. So once you're an investor, you start seeing the world differently. You start thinking a little bit differently, and that's where you're going to be able to leverage other people's time and money by being an investor. All right, so I hope that was helpful. And again, my name is Gian Roberts, and I'll see you and hope to talk to you soon on a future phone call. All right, talk to you soon. Thanks.